much years of experience you have?
Around 1.4 month, 1 year,
So
4 months.
yeah. So
2020 passed out from JNTUH in the stream of computer science and engineering.
okay.
Then I joined this company. After that, currently I am working as a microservices developer in the developer,
Okay.
and I worked as a full stack developer also.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And coming to my technology stack, I know Java 8, Java 8 features also, and Spring Core, Spring MVC framework, and I worked on Boot also. Currently, we are using Spring Boot to develop our microservices. And apart from this, I have database knowledge like on Oracle and MySQL,
Okay.
and I know Spring Data JPA and Hibernate framework.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's start with the core Java,
Yeah, okay.
right? So can you tell me the Java 8 features?
Yeah, okay. In Java, they have introduced anonymous functions, which are also known as lambda expressions, and they have introduced functional interface, basically, which contain only one abstract method,
Mm-hmm.
and it can have any number of default and static methods. And they have introduced the Stream API, so basically to perform any operations on collections. And apart from this, they have introduced data and time API and optional class. They also introduced in the Java 8.
Okay. So have you used the Stream API in your project?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what are the operations that we need to perform using the Stream API?
Yes, we can perform map operation and filter. We can apply on the collection, and apart from this, we can perform non-terminal operation for each loop, and the count collectors. We can apply this.
Okay, so do you know what are the intermediate or terminal operation in Stream API?
Yeah, as I said, for each loop is a terminal, and map filter comes under the non-terminal operation. Like if you want to perform operation on collection objects.
Okay, and what are in the intermediate operation? What are the functions are there in the intermediate operation?
I guess this map filter comes under the intermediate operation.
And okay, okay. So what is parallel streaming?
Parallel streaming, I am not using much, but we can perform parallelly on the stream collection.
Okay, okay, okay. So there are the default and static method is introduced in Java 8. So what is the
Yes,
difference
yes.
between that?
I mean default and static methods.
Yeah. So why Java 8 introduced that default and static method?
Yeah, okay. Okay, and before Java 8, we cannot define the default and method definition in interface.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, one method is there in our interface. So the implementing classes need to implement that method. Like if suppose 100 classes are implementing that interface, all the classes need to implement the method defined in the interface. So to avoid this problem, we can define one default method in interface so that that method can be available for all the classes. So the classes which are required to override that method, they can override, or else so basically, that default method is available for all the classes and static method.
Okay, got it. Okay, so what is lambda function?
So basically, a Lambda function, we can provide implementation of a functional interface using the Lambda.
Okay,
So this don't have any function name and return type access modifiers also.
okay,
For
so
example, compare.
mhm.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So can we implement our own functional interface, and how to implement, do you know?
Yes, we can write one functional interface. At the rate functional annotation is optional,
Okay.
and that functional interface should have only one abstract method.
Okay.
And the implementation for this is we have to use lambda expression. For example, I have one interface in that one abstract method is there some.
Mm-hmm.
So using the functional interface reference, we can write one lambda expression and we can call that lambda.
Okay. Okay. So what is difference between overriding and overloading method?
Okay, the overloading and overriding comes under the polymorphism concept. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, it is an ability of an object to take more than one form. Coming to method overloading, in method overloading, we can say two methods are overloaded if their names are same and they differs in parameters. And for this, we don't need to have any interface relations like the inheritance relation like that. And the method binding take place in method overloading at compile time. So we can call this compile time polymorphism also. And in method overriding, the method names and arguments must be same. And there should be inheritance concept should be there in to achieve the method overriding. Suppose one you have one class and in that class we have one method. If I don't want that functionality of that method, I
Mm-hmm.
can override that method in my child class.
Okay. So can we override the static method?
No, starting method cannot be override.
Okay. And if I override the static method, then what happens?
So that basically comes under I think method hiding.
Okay. Okay. Can I override the method in a single class?
No, no.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what is aggregation? Did
Aggregation like has a relationship.
Okay. And composition?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Fine. No problem. So have you worked on multi-threading?
Actually, I didn't get chance to work on, but I have knowledge on multi-threading and exception.
Okay. So can you tell me the thread life cycle?
Okay. There is a first initial state, new state when thread is created,
Mm-hmm.
and after that, the thread is once we start the start method, that will be in a runnable state. Actually, I'm unable to recollect this.
Okay, no problem. Okay. So have you worked on the collection interface?
Yes, yes, I know.
And what are the collection interface that you worked on?
List to set.
Okay, list, and when to use the list and when to use set.
So, if our requirement is to allow the duplicate elements and insertion order is necessary, then we can go with the list interface. If our requirement is to do not allow the elements, duplicate elements in our collection and insertion order is not preserved, then we can go with the set.
Okay, so can you tell me the difference between array and array list?
So basically, array is used to store the group of elements of a homogeneous type.
Mm-hmm.
In coming to array list, we can store homogeneous as well as heterogeneous types. And arrays are fixed in size. We cannot change the size of an array at the runtime. But coming to array list, we can increase the size. Like once the it reaches to its load factor, then it will automatically grow its size. And internally it uses the global array list, whereas array we cannot increase the sizes.
Okay. Uh, what is the difference between the comparable and comparator interface?
Okay, these two interfaces are used for sorting the collection elements. If our requirement is to sort the natural sorting order, then we go with the comparable interface and override the compare to method. Like we can suppose we have an employee and we can sort it only through one property. If our requirement is to sort the employee objects with one or more field, then we go with the comparator, and it has two methods like equals method and compare method.
Okay. What is hash code and equals method in the Java?
Basically, these two methods are present in object class. Hash code method returns the hash code, unique code of any object, and equals method also. Equals method basically used for hash code comparison, like checking the in string class. If it is string class equals method, equals method is overridden. It can basically it compares the content type.
Okay. What is the return type of hash code?
Um, I think it is an hexadecimal code.
No, actually, return type of hash code is integer.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Okay. Uh, do you know how to hashmap work internally?
Yes, yes, I know. Hashmap works under the principle of hashing.
Mm-hmm.
When you put the element into the hash code, it calculates the hash. When you put the element into the hash map, it calculates the hash code of that object, and based on that object, one index will be generated between 1 to 15. So there will be 1 to 15 buckets. Based on that index, the object will be stored in that bucket. Before the storing, equals methods comes into picture, and it will check if the object is already exist in that bucket or not.
Mm-hmm.
If exist, it will update that value. And if it is not exist, then it will create one more linked list and points to the basically points to the previous node. And when you are retrieving the object, again hash code will be generated. Again the index will be generated. Again the equal method compares with every node if multiple objects are present in the same bucket. Based on that, it will return the object.
Okay. Okay. What is hash collision? Yeah.
Yeah, if multiple objects are stored in the same bucket, then there might be a chance of hash collision. So to avoid this problem, we use the equal method, like while storing the elements and retrieving the elements also.
And which data
So we
structure?
to
Which data structure it is using internally to store that element?
doubly linked list.
Okay. So, do you know the enhancement in the Java 8?
Yes, yes. After reaching its limit, the linked list will be converted into tree.
Okay. 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 So, what is linked hash set?
Basically, linked asset is an implementation of a map interface. To store it is used to store the key value pairs, and in the linked hash map, the insertion order is preserved.
Okay. And what is link hash set? I am asking about link hash set, not link hash
Okay,
map.
okay, linked asset. Okay, okay. Linked hash map also same. It is implementation of set interface,
Okay.
and if you want to store the objects in the like preserve the insertion order, then we go with the linked hash.
Okay. Okay. Uh, what is difference between the fail fast and fail safe interface?
Okay. Okay.
Fail fast and fail safe.
Yeah, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I'm unable to recall it.
Okay, no problem. Uh, Okay. What is null pointer exception?
So if you performing any operation on an object where its value is null, then we will get null pointer.
Okay. And how we will handle in Java?
So to handle that, we have optional class introduced in Java 8.
Okay.
Uh, so before checking, like throwing the exception, we'll check is if the value is present or not using is present method.
Okay. What are the types of exception? In,
Um, like you are checked exception and unchecked exceptions.
okay. And
Um,
yeah, can you please tell me the definition and what classes
yeah,
will
okay.
include? Yeah.
Okay, basically, checked exceptions are checked at compile time. For example, you have one file which is located in other servers. There might, if you are reading that file may or may not be available. So to handle that exception, before only we handle that exception, like we give the IO exception in the method level or class level. So the basically compiler will check like it is kind of warning that file may or may not be available. So to handle that exception, we go with the IO exception. And unchecked exceptions are actually happen at runtime, like as I said, null pointer exception. So which are taken care by the JVM.
Okay. What is copy on write array list?
Copy and write.
Write array list. Did you get any exception like that concurrent modification exception?
No.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Have you worked on Hibernate?
Yes, yes. No, but I have idea now.
Okay. So, what are the caches in the Hibernate?
There are two types of caches available, like first level and second level. The first level cache is taken care by the session,
Mm-hmm.
whereas second level cache is by session factory. By default, the first level cache is enabled and second level cache is not enabled. We have to add some.
Okay. And how we integrate the Hibernate with the Spring?
Okay, for that we need to add one starter in the pom.xml file.
Mm-hmm.
And and those jars should be available at the class path of our Spring Boot application. If the jars are available, then it will configure the data sources and all. After that, to provide the data source properties like URI, password, and driver class name, that and then those properties need to be added in application.properties file.
Okay. Okay. What are the mandatory properties we need to add into the Hibernate properties file?
URF, Hibernate, and driver class, username, password, and dialect of the database. And dialect, yes, I think this much.
Okay. Okay. No problem. Uh, okay. What is session factory and how to create the session from the session factory?
Okay, session factory is basically a collection of session objects, and so it contains the pool of session objects. To get the session update from the section factory, we have to use section factory interface for and session.get we use.
Okay. What is difference between get and load method?
Okay. Basically, get and load methods are used for to retrieve the object from the database.
Mhm.
So the main difference is get method is eagerly loaded. When you use the get method, it directly go to database, and with the database fetch that object from the database and store it in a cache memory. Whereas load method, it will create one proxy object and assign that ID to the proxy object. So whenever there is a demand for that object in our application, then only it hits the database. If that object found, it will return that object. Otherwise, it will throw an exception. Where in case of get, we will not get any exception. If that object is not present, we simply get the null value.
Okay. Okay. So have you worked on the Spring Boot?
Yes, yes.
Uh, can you please tell me the annotation that you used in the Spring Boot?
The very first annotation is at the rate Spring Boot application and at the rate component, at the root repository controller and service. Mm, and REST controller also sometimes. And at the rate path variable, request mapping annotations like get post and yes.
Okay. What is the difference between Spring and Spring Boot?
Okay. Okay, Spring Boot is developed on the top of Spring. In Spring, we have to do the lot of configuration. Like if you need to use any database related thing, like then we have to configure the all the configuration in our configuration file, like configuring the data source and properties file, properties of the data sources and all. But in coming to Spring Boot, all the internal configuration is taken care by Spring Boot itself. Just we need to add one dependency in pom.xml. So using Spring Boot, we can develop the application rapidly. So, but and Spring Boot provides internal servers also and in-memory database. So these features are not available in Spring.
Okay. Uh, what is actuator in Spring Boot?
Basically, these actuators are used for monitoring our applications like health checkup and matrices, etc.
Okay. And okay. And how you are consuming the your REST APIs? You are using the microservices, right?
Yes, yes.
So can you please
So,
tell me? Yeah.
so basically, they are using Kafka for that. So I'm very involved in only Spring Boot, developing Spring Boot applications. For internal communication, they are using Kafka.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know REST template in the Spring Boot?
Yes. Yes, I have idea. So basically, this kind of REST template is also used for the communication between the microservices.
Okay.
Hello.
And
Yeah.
what are the different scope in the Spring?
Different scope are singleton, prototype, request. Sorry, request.
And what is difference between singleton and prototype?
Basically, a singleton create only one object whenever there is required of objects in our application, whereas prototype will create a new object for every request.
Okay. Okay. And what is the bean life cycle?
bean life cycle, most of the time we use it at the road pre-construct and post-construct. The initialization and destroying method purposes. Whenever we define a bean in our bean configuration file, it will the Spring container read the configuration file, and there are several methods. Basically, I'm unable to read.
Okay, no problem. Okay, uh, so have you worked on database?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
In college days only.
okay. So in this project, you haven't worked on any have you written any query?
There is backend team.
Okay. So you are UI developer or you are full stack developer?
No, currently I'm in worked as a full stack also,
Okay.
but now I'm Spring Boot using in my project. Currently I'm using Spring Boot.
Okay. So you are aware about the queries, right? Uh,
Yes, yes.
okay. So what are the different types of joins?
So the natural join, equi join, and left join, right join, inner join, outer join.
Okay. What is self join?
Uh, Inner join, it will return the matched records from the both the tables after combining the table.
I'm asking about self join. Self.
Self join, okay.
Yeah.
Self join is combining the same table with itself.
Okay. Okay.
Mm,
Okay. And what is left outer join?
Left after join returns all the matched records, and it will also return the records which are matched in left table.
Okay. Okay. What is difference between primary key and the foreign key?
Okay. Primary key is a unique key where it will not allow any duplicate keys and null values also. Whereas foreign key is a primary key of one table is foreign key of other table. To combine that one or more table, we use this primary key and foreign key relationship.
Okay. Okay. And what is sequence?
Sequence. Actually, I don't know.
And how to create index on the table?
Index.
Okay. No
No,
problem.
I'm not.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Pawan. Actually, I have done from my side.
Yeah.
Actually, you need to. This is my personal opinion. You
Yeah.
need
Okay.
to first go through some database. You need to work on some like queries. You have to work on like you need to know
Yeah.
some queries and joins, and also some basic
Yeah.
concept like index views. What is views? How to create the views, right?
Yeah.
And another thing you have to go through the multi-threading because if you go or face any interviews, the multi-threading questions are mandatory. So because you have to
Yeah.
know
Okay.
about the thread life cycle, what is weight, what is sleep, difference
Yeah.
between weight and sleep. So you haven't worked, so that's I haven't asked anything on the multi-threading. But
Okay.
otherwise the Java 8 features, Hibernate also you are good, but I feel those areas you need to work on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sir.
Okay.
Sir,